So the Pacers defeated the Clippers today 131 to 130. It was a great game from Myles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton, and it was a pretty close game from start to finish. I mean, they lost, or the Clippers lost by one essentially. So the Pacers, down in the fourth, they got it done, and with guys like Tyrese Halliburton on the team, guys like Myles Turner, they were able to get it done on offense. And today we're gonna go over the game, talking about the box score, talking about the Pacers. So before we get into it, I am still sick, so if I do sound a little bit weird, that's probably why. So we'll get into it right now. We'll start off with Myles Turner, who had 34 points and 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, 11 of 17 from the field, and 2 of 5 from 3. Perfect from the free throw line, 10 of 10. He had 2 clutch free throws in the fourth. I think it was like a couple seconds left in the fourth, and he hit both of them, so that's great to see from Myles. But this is the type of Myles I want to see from him moving forward. I mean, 2 steals and a block. Offensively, he was great today, and he was essentially the hub of the offense for a majority of the game. I mean, 34 was it was a team high today for the Pacers. So this is what I want to see from Myles moving forward. I mean, a guy that's going to be aggressive in the paint and someone that's going to be at least having some interior defense, because Zubox today didn't have a great game today. I mean, he had 7 and 6 rebounds. So Myles, he did his job in the interior, and offensively he got it done. So if we can get this type of Myles Turner moving forward, I'm all for Myles Turner staying on the team. So next, we got Tyrese with 24 points and 10 assists with 7 rebounds and 4 steals, with 1 block on 8 of 13 from the field and 2 of 6 from 3. I want to say in the first half, Halliburton was pretty quiet on offense, but then in the second half, he started to turn up. Man, I mean, in the fourth quarter, he had a great defensive play. I think it was against Kawhi Leonard. I can't remember who it was, but Kawhi put up a quick three. Tyrese Halliburton got the rebound, and he hit some free throws. So Tyrese, he got it done in the second half, and defensively, I mean, he was great today too. But he healed 18 points and 8 rebounds with 2 assists and a steal on 6 of 16 from the field and 5 of 12 from 3. He started out the game fairly hot and then started to dwindle out in the second half. And I mean, that's okay because Buddy Hield, we don't really need him to score that much. I mean, he's going to have games like this where he's going to start out hot and then, dwindle out. But I mean, this game especially, he had 18 points still, so we'll take it. But Hield, like I said in previous videos, I mean, he's the perfect fit alongside Tyrese, and I think this duo moving forward could be probably the key to this Pacers offense. So Andrew Nembhard, 6 points and 4 assists with 4 rebounds on 3 of 5 from the field and 0-1 from 3. I've seen a lot of guys debate that Nembhard should be coming off the bench, and although I do see him coming off the bench being the backup point guard, with McConnell playing pretty okay recently, I mean, have Nembhard still be in the starting lineup. I mean, the Pacers, they've been winning with this small ball lineup with Nesmith at the 4, Nembhard at the 2, Buddy Hield at the 3. It's working out for them, and, moving forward, if they continue to start this lineup, we'll see what happens. The winning could definitely be either on the greater side or on the bad side. They could lose a lot of games because of the mismatches that Nesmith can create, but if they do trade for a power forward like a Cam Reddish, like a Obi Toppin, who I know has been in some trade rumors recently, and John Collins, I mean, that would definitely help them in the long run in terms of, having a power forward in the starting lineup. So Nesmith, 16 points, 4 assists, and a rebound on 6 and 9 from the field and 35 from 3. Also threw in a block. He fouled out early in the fourth. I want to say early in the fourth or in the half of the fourth. I can't remember. But Nesmith had a great game offensively. He did get crossed up by Paul George. I will, say that because I thought it was pretty funny. But Nesmith, as of late, actually has been playing pretty well. And coming into the starting lineup, he's been playing pretty great. So the thing about the Pacers is that they need some holes to fix. And I saw this in the comment section too. I can't remember who your name was, but you said that with the roster right now or something like this, that he can't see that the Pacers are going to win moving forward with this team. So I definitely could agree with that. There's a lot of things on this team that could be fixed. And in terms of what they can fix, for example, they could fix the rotations. The rotations are something that's very important on this team, especially when they have guys like Bitadze, Isaiah Jackson, who don't even get play or at least minutes on the team because of Carlisle. When they could have Goga as the backup center alongside Jalen Smith on the bench. I mean, they're playing O'Shea Brissett 7 minutes. Give the 7 minutes to Goga Bitadze. We could get a lot more rebounds. We can get more interior defense. I mean, I don't know. Jalen Smith, he played okay today. We'll go over the bench right now. 9 points and 4 rebounds and 2 steals on 4-7 from the field and 1-2 from 3. Smith coming to the bench. He's getting more of a reduced role. As a starter, he wasn't playing too well, and I think a lot of Pacers fans would agree that he wasn't playing too well as a starter. Coming off the bench, I mean, he has a lot less pressure as a guy that, I would say that Jalen Smith, he's not really a scorer. I mean, looking at it right now, 9 points on 4-7 from the field. I don't know, man. I mean, Jalen Smith, he's playing small ball 5. He's 6'9", 215 pounds. We'll see what happens with him moving forward. I think the Smith project has definitely panned out the way I've seen it. I think most Pacers fans thought that he would turn into like a superstar. Not even a superstar, probably like a star. And for the most part, I think he definitely is. The thing is, I think Carlisle is definitely just holding him back. I mean, coming off the bench, being, yeah, he's fairly young, 22 years old. I mean, coming from Phoenix last season, he still has a lot of potential and a very high ceiling. I just think that Carlisle is definitely holding him back in terms of being on the bench. So, yeah, rotations, that's probably going to be my next video. I think another guy in one of my comments from another video said that I should make a video on the rotations, on my opinion on the rotations. So that's probably what's going to be the next video, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, the rotations have been pretty wonky as of late. I mean, Nesmith, Buddy Hield, Halliburton, and Nembhard, essentially a 4-guard lineup in the starting lineup is definitely going to be weird. Nesmith is 6'5". I mean, that's not bad, 215 pounds, but it's definitely small ball. Same thing with Buddy Hield. I mean, at the 3, 6'4", 220 pounds, but he's an exception because he can at least create his own shot. He's someone that can spot up fairly easy from the 3. And yeah, I mean, the starting lineup needs some work. Like a guy like a John Collins or an Obi Toppin would definitely be really great. Now, I mean, you probably move Nembhard to the bench. You probably do. I mean, you probably move Nesmith to the bench too if you get John Collins or an Obi Toppin or a Cam Reddish. If you get Cam Reddish, I mean, he probably comes off the bench, which definitely makes sense because, I mean, Chris Duarte, Benedict Mathurin, we have a lot of small forwards off the bench, some, pretty good forwards. So with the trade or a hypothetical trade, I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, I would probably go Ben Mathurin at the 3. I know a lot of Pacers fans would want him to start at the 3 or even at the 2, whichever one you guys decide. But, I mean, Mathurin should definitely be a starter. I mean, he's been putting up some pretty great numbers. And with the starting lineup, I mean, he definitely would benefit with Tyrese Halliburton being a guy that can create a lot of gravity. Ben Mathurin can hit the occasional 3, and he can create his own shot, essentially. So, Halliburton and Buddy Hield for the backcourt in terms of the 3. I would go Ben Mathurin, like I said. At the 4, John Collins or Obi Toppin, whichever one they get or they could get in a trade. And then at the 5, Myles Turner. Off the bench, we have... It's difficult. I mean, Nembhard and Nesmith would fill up the 6th and 7th man off the bench. Jalen Smith. I'd probably go TJ McConnell and then Duarte, and then that probably means O'Shea Brissett would probably be the odd man out, but you also have Jalen Smith, who also has some potential. The thing is, for the Pacers, if they're going to trade for a guy like a John Collins or a Obi Toppin, they're going to give up some value. Now, I don't know who they would give up. I mean, this team has a lot of potential trade assets. I mean, Nesmith, I wouldn't say Nesmith is an asset, but he definitely could be tradable. Buddy Hield, he's more of the guy I would want to keep on this team just because of how valuable his shooting is, but he definitely could be a trade candidate. Same thing with Jalen Smith. I mean, the project hasn't been working out the way they've seen it, but he definitely could be another trade candidate for, getting a good power forward for the starting lineup. Chris Duarte, I think he could also be a pretty big trade target for the Pacers to trade for a good power forward. We'll see what happens with the lineup. I mean, I don't know, man. They need a lot of things to fill out the roster because I don't think this team is going to be winning. I mean, they could go far in the playoffs. They could go to the Eastern Conference Finals for all I care, but with Tyrese Halliburton being the main guy on the roster, you can't get it done with one superstar on the roster. I mean, I think majority of the people know that you need at least 2 or even 3 superstars at that on a team to really get it done. I mean, I don't know. This team is definitely far away from winning the finals, but they're definitely in a great spot as of right now in terms of winning. So, in terms of the game today, I mean, PJ, he went off today against the Clippers. I think he dropped 45 and 9 with 4 assists and 3 steals. They could not contain PG in the 4th. And overall, I mean, the defense today was great. It started to slide a little bit in the 4th, but I think it was great overall. They sent double teams when they needed it. And, they did run some zone, and the Clippers couldn't break it. So that's great to see. Defense from guys like Nembhard. I mean, Nembhard played some great on-ball defense, but he was guarding Kawhi Leonard today, and he drew a lot of fouls. So, I don't know. I mean, the defense today, I wish it was a lot more consistent. I really wish it was. 4th quarter struggles, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's struggles. It's more of their defense just dragging in the 4th. That's essentially it. The first half defense was absolutely amazing. TJ McConnell was leading the charge for the team off the bench, and he had a good steal play. And then right after that, had a good charge play on, I think it was Reggie Jackson or Terrence Mann. I can't remember, but yeah, I mean the defense, it drags, it definitely does. But with time, I think it's gonna definitely come out to be better than it is in the last few games. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about the Pacers. They're in a good position. As of right now, they are 20-17. So they are going to be versing the Toronto Raptors on January 2nd. So hopefully we can pull out a dub. The Raptors, they are essentially struggling right now. So hopefully we can pull out a dub against the Raptors. That's the end. I'm out. Peace.